Hi, welcome to this All Levels Yoga Flow to reset for September. For me, September is almost like a mini January. It's an opportunity to kind of reflect on the summer that's come before and go into a new season with fresh energy and realigning with our goals and where we would like to be before the end of the year. And whether you're practicing this now and I'm posting it in September, or whether you're coming to this video later, take this as an opportunity to give yourself a fresh start. Through movement, through breath, we can let go of what is no longer serving us and give ourselves that fresh page to turn over to. So get yourself ready. You'll just need yourself and your yoga mat and come to a seated position. Just grounding into the sitting bones now. Give one roll of the shoulders to release them down away from the ears and lengthen tall through the back of the neck and the crown of the head. Turn your palms upwards on your thighs or your knees, having the palms facing up, inviting fresh energy, fresh prana, that's the life force energy, into the body. You can close your eyes or just gaze gently down at the floor. Begin to notice your breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, letting each new inhale be full of fresh life, fresh energy flooding into your body. Each exhale allows you to let go of what you no longer need. Now as you breathe, I invite you to set an intention for this practice and for this new season, this new month. What are these next few days and weeks going to be about for you? Maybe it's positivity or gratitude, or any other word that resonates with you to carry forward into the rest of this day or this week. And now with that intention, you can just start to roll your head gently around, staying with your breath. And then we'll crawl the right fingers out towards the right side. As you inhale, reach up and over with your left arm. Keep the chest nice and open. Inhale here. And as you exhale, come over the other way, stretching out the right side body. Inhale there. Exhale, switch sides. So now moving with your breath, inhaling. Exhale, flow over to the other side. To me, these side body stretches are so refreshing, so energizing. Maybe if you're feeling quite open now, you can bring your right elbow all the way down, and then your left elbow, moving on the exhale. Good, last one. Nice, then bring it up to center and bring yourself around and over into a seated position. Have your feet planted into the floor and then grab hold of your knees. Feel nice and tall through the spine. And as you inhale, open up the chest, squeeze the elbows into the sides of the body. Exhale, round the back for your seated cat position. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, round. Maybe starting to work with ujjayi breath here, engaging your throat muscles, hearing the breath a little louder. Good, and then bringing it up to center. Take your right knee closer into the body. Stay tall on your sitting bones, and then wrap your left arm around that right knee. Your right fingers come behind you. Draw tall through the spine, and then exhale as you twist towards that bent knee, using the arm to pull yourself around and feeling the twist come into your belly and the sides of the body. Try to lift your lower back away from the floor. Maybe gaze around towards your back shoulder. We're going to be working with a lot of twists today. To me, they're so refreshing and really help you to feel reset in your body. As you exhale now, come into the center and taking this bent leg, grab the foot or the ankle, take an inhale. Exhale, begin to kick the foot into the hands to straighten the leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Just starting to warm up the back of that right leg. Stretching further each time. Nice. And one more time. Now you can just bring your left hand over onto the outside of your right foot. Sit nice and tall into the spine again. And then reach back and around with your right arm for a twist. Begin to really pull in through your lower belly and your pelvic floor for the bandhas, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Feeling the strength in your core, helping you to lift tall as you twist around. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring it back into the center and just set your foot down. We'll take a little boat pose here, so Navasana, lifting the toes off the ground, pulling lower belly towards the spine, palms facing the ceiling. Take a full breath here, feel so strong in your boat. And then with an exhale, extend your right leg long, bring your left foot closer in towards you and sit tall. Wrap your right arm around that left knee, and then on an exhale, twist towards the bent knee and gaze around towards the back of the room or that back shoulder. Again, try not to round away from your thigh, but hug your belly towards it. Another inhale. Exhale, turn it back towards the center. Reach for your left foot. Inhale. Exhale, extend into the leg. Just noticing any difference on this side. Keep coming back to your breath and to your intention if you set one at the start. Lengthening into that left leg. And then reaching your right fingers around onto the outside of the foot. Keep as much of a bend in the knee as you need. And on your exhale, twist around. Keep lifting tall on the sitting bones. As you reach around with that left arm, look towards your left foot. Notice if it's gone over towards the right. Try and lengthen and align everything. Another full inhale. Exhale, bring it into the center and we'll come into our boat position. You can take your hands around the backs of the knees this time, and then we're going to roll with control down to the mat. So rolling from your boat, make your way to your back and stretch your legs up towards the sky. You can point your toes and then flex your toes And then draw some little circles, rolling out the ankles one way and then the other way. Good. And then from there, draw your knees towards your shoulders, reaching for the big toes with your peace fingers or the outer edges of your feet with your hands for a happy baby position. Take a little bit of a rock from side to side. Keep drawing the legs outwards and down. Head and shoulders totally relaxed. If your head doesn't reach the mat, reach for the backs of the knees instead as you flex the feet to the sky. Good. So now really bracing into your core muscles. We're going to roll back up a couple of times. So roll forward and come up to a little boat position. And you're going to build up to standing up. So take your feet wide, sit into a little chair, and then roll back again. Try it again. Energizing. Use your exhale to give you strength to come up to that boat position. The chair position. Couple more. Let that heat build in the body. If you're not coming up to the chair, just sit into a little squat. Do what you can, and then we'll meet in a chair. So use your hands to come up if you need to, or you're already in that chair. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Let that burn come into your thighs. Don't resist it. Inhale. Belly towards the spine. Neck nice and long. Inhale again. Exhale, now come into a forward fold. That feels good, doesn't it? So just finding your forward fold. You can take a little bit of a sway from side to side. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. Really let your head hang heavy. And then plant your hands onto the mat and gently, carefully walk your toes back towards the back edge. Finding your downward facing dog. Press the floor away with the shoulders. Tuck your chin so the back of the neck is really long. Find your breath again. Notice how different the body feels after just a little bit of movement. Feeling like we've already had a little bit of a fresh start. So from here, inhale, reach your right leg high. Bring it all the way forward, step it between the hands. Coming down with your left knee, take an inhale and gaze up. Exhale, move the hips back into a half split position. Do that a couple of times. Inhale, find length, bring the knee forward. Exhale, move it back. And again, coming forward and back. Bend into that right knee now. Take your left hand to the mat and twist your body towards the right knee. You can take your hand onto the knee and even push the knee out towards the side as you gaze back behind you. Finding another twist here, feeling that nice release in your lower back. Keep connecting up through your lower belly and your pelvic floor, keeping that Mula Bandha engaged. And then bring it to the center. Find strength in your thighs to lift into a lifted low lunge. You can gaze upwards, stretch into the sides of the body. From here, bring your hands to heart center, and with an exhale, twist towards that front knee, so your opposite elbow comes towards the knee. Try not to just move with the shoulders, but move from the center of the body. And then you can maybe hook your left elbow on the outside of the right knee. If this is enough, stay here, or maybe you can even open up into a T shape. Really bringing your left arm as far around onto that outside of the right knee as you can. If you'd like to try a bind here, you can also reach back with your top arm and under with your bottom arm to twist and bind around that front leg. Just take the option that works best for your body today. Good, and then we'll unwind, plant the hands and step it back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale and a long exhale. When you're ready, inhale, reach the left leg high, push down into the right heel, feel that stretch, and then bring your left knee forward and step it between the hands. Your right knee will come down now. Inhale in the lunge, exhale, lean back into half split. Try and stay nice and long through your spine. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, move back. And last one. Good, and bringing it forward again. Bring your right hand down and twist towards that left knee. Gently, your left hand can push the left knee out to the side as you twist from the center of the body. From there, coming back into the middle, find that strength, pull your belly away from your left thigh and then reach up towards the ceiling. Gaze to your thumbs, find length through both sides of the body. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart. Keep the thumbs at the center of your chest and breathe in. And then as you exhale, twist, using the strength of your sides to twist you around. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you can reach your right elbow around onto the outside of your left knee and gaze over that left shoulder. Option to stay here. Option to open the arms to a T shape. Really feeling that twist. Or even trying the bind again on this side. If you're trying the bind and your fingers don't reach each other, just press the hands into wherever they do reach to. Good, and then on an exhale, turn back towards the front of the mat. Tuck your right toes under and step all the way forward into a forward fold at the top edge of the mat. And from there, we'll gently roll up to standing, leaving your head last. Good, and then giving your shoulders a roll when you reach standing. And bring your hands to heart center. Moving into a bit of a flow now. As you inhale, open the arms out and up, look to your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, take a halfway lift, flat back and straight legs. Lower the fingers, step back on the right foot. Bring your right knee down. Inhale in your lunge. Lower the hands, step back to plank. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Pelvis stays lifted. And then as you inhale, curl up to cobra. Look up if that's okay on your neck. Exhale, move it back to downward facing dog. Full inhale. Long, smooth exhale. As you breathe in now, reach your right leg high. Bring it all the way forward. Step it between the hands. Left knee comes down. Inhale in your lunge. Exhale, step forward. Fold forward at the top edge of the mat. Breathing in, rise up, reach up, stretch into the fingers. Exhale and lower hands to heart center. One cycle of breath. And left side, inhaling, open up. Exhale and fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Lower the fingers, step back on the left foot. Left knee comes down. Inhale in your low lunge. Lower the hands, step back to plank. Full breath in. Exhale, lower your knees, whole body together or just the chest and chin if you can. Inhale, curl forward into cobra. And back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. With your next breath in, reach your left leg up. Bring it forward, step it between the hands and bring your right knee down. Inhale in your lunge. Exhale, step forward and fold forward. Breathing in, rise up, reach into the fingers and lower your hands to your heart. Taking one full cycle of breath. And we'll mix it up now, adding in some new postures. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the hands down as you sit up into a chair pose, kapotasana. Nice and long through the spine, sit low into the hips. Inhale, exhale, lower the hands to heart center. Find length with the breath in, and then as you exhale, twist, bringing your right elbow onto the outside of your left knee. Breathe into that space where you feel the twist. Press the right elbow into the outside of the knee to give you more of a twist around. And then gaze down at the floor, finding your balance. See if you can step your right foot back into a lunge. Nice. You can lower your back knee down, staying in the twist here. Option to keep your hands where they are, or maybe open up to that T shape again like we did before. Maybe even try for your bind, finding that balance. From here, little extra challenge for you. Tuck the back toes under, maybe unbind the arms, or see if you can rise back up into a high lunge position, tucking the back toes under, lifting the back knee. Breathing, letting this twist and bind rinse you out, wring you out like a cloth. And then bring yourself up to high crescent lunge. Feel that front thigh burning. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands. Step back to plank. Take an inhale. Option to bring the knees down or lower through a full chaturanga, half push up. And inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Nice. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale out. Option to just stay in downward dog or take a child's pose, or if you'd like to take revolved downward dog, pick up your right hand, reach back for the outside of your left ankle and twist underneath your left shoulder, feeling that amazing stretch. Wherever you are, whatever it looks like, stay with your own breath. Exhale, bring your right hand back down, bend the knees. Option to take a few little steps, 2 big steps, or a little hop to the top edge of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Breathing in, rise up to standing, reach into the fingers. Exhale, lower hands to heart center. Full inhale, long exhale. We'll do that again on the other side. Sweep the arms forward and up, come down into chair pose. Squeeze the ankles and the knees together. Find length. Inhale. Exhale, lower hands to heart center. Stay low in your chair. Breathe in. And as you exhale, twist through the center of the body, around, hooking your left elbow on the outside of the right knee now. Really bring that elbow as far around as you can, and then gaze down at the floor and step your left foot back into your lunge position. Bring the back knee down, twist further around. Maybe you keep your hands at heart center or go for the T shape if that felt good on the other side, or if you want to try it. Option to stay there or come through into the bind, reaching around with your back arm, tucking your left fingers underneath that right thigh. And then either unbinding the arms to help you balance, or trying to tuck your back toes and lift your back thigh back into that high lunge position. From there, Come up into your high crescent lunge. Keep that bend in the front knee. Another full inhale. Exhale, lower the hands. Come through your vinyasa. Inhaling in plank. Option to bring the knees down or lower the elbows back and in. And rise up into upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Take the feet a little wider. Pick up your left hand and reach it for the outside of your right calf or ankle, wherever you can reach. Gazing underneath that right underarm. And on an exhale, release. The left hand comes back to the top of the mat and then walk, step, or maybe a little float to the top edge. Inhale into a halfway lift and bow forward into the legs. Inhaling, rise up, reach into the fingers, and exhale to lower, hands to heart center. Take a full breath here. Let the breath reset you again. Come back again to your intention that you set at the start. And we'll do that again on each side, just embodying the flow, moving a little quicker, breathing through each movement. Inhale, stretch up, sit down into chair pose. Bring the hands to heart center, and on your exhale, twist right elbow outside left knee. Breathe in, gaze down, step back on your right foot and find your low lunge twisted to the left side. Option with the arms T-shape or come all the way into your bind. Find strength and balance here and then pick up the back knee. Breathe in the twist. From there, in one movement, come up into high crescent lunge. Hold for a breath. On your next exhale, lower both hands together, step back to plank, full inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, and upward facing dog. Exhale, move back, downward facing dog. Picking up your right hand, reach it for the outside of your left ankle. Gaze under the left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes back down and travel to the top edge of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, forward fold. Breathing in, rise up, reach up to standing. Exhale, samastitihi, hands at heart center. One cycle of breath. And again on the other side, reach out and up. And again on the other side. Sweep the hands down and up into chair. Find that breath. Hands come to heart center. Twist left elbow outside right knee. Find your balance. And from there, stepping left foot back into your low lunge, using the left arm to lever you around. And then maybe going for your T-shape or going for your bind. Any little wobbles, just let them happen. Smile, breathe. And then transitioning, picking up the back knee. And from there, in one movement, rise up, high crescent lunge. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower the hands, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, move it back to downward facing dog. Revolved, downward dog. Pick up your left hand, reach it to the outside of your right ankle or calf. Deep inhale. Exhale, left hand comes back down. And one more time, transition to the top edge of the mat and lift halfway. Exhale, lower. Breathing in, rise all the way to standing, reach up. Exhale and lower, hands to heart center. Again, breathe in, reach the hands out and up. This time fold forward. Plant the hands flat and walk yourself back into downward dog. Pick up the right foot, reach it high, and then bend the knee and let the hips open to the right side as you swivel onto the back of your left heel and sit the hips low, setting up for wild thing. So we're facing the back of the mat, and then your right arm will arc up and over as you lift the hips, coming into wild thing. From there, come around and forward, stepping your right foot to the top edge of the mat. And from there, reaching up, high crescent lunge once again. From there, we'll transition forward into our warrior 3 position. From crescent lunge, finding warrior 3, balance onto that front foot and lean forward. Make a straight line with the body, strengthen into that right thigh. If you wobble or fall, just come back in. And then stepping the left foot back again. Bring the foot slightly shorter than it was in the lunge. And square the hips towards the front edge of the mat. Both legs straight this time. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, hinge from the hip creases to find your pyramid pose. You can reach the fingertips towards the top edge of the mat and fold over that front leg, stretching out your right calf and hamstring. Maybe lift the toes towards your face. Slow your breath down. When you're ready from there, bend your front knee, plant your hands. One more vinyasa, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. As you breathe in, left leg lifts. Bend the left knee, open the hips and roll out and over. Sit the hips down, look to the back edge of the mat and then lift into wild thing. Gaze back. Breathe into the front of the body. And with an exhale, bring your left hand back down. Step your left foot forward. Setting up for a high lunge. Finding strength in the inner thighs to lift up. Breath in. And exhale. Lift and float into warrior 3. Strengthen into that left leg. And from there, stepping your right foot to a slight angle behind you. Setting up for pyramid, both legs are straight. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hinge forward from the hip creases. If your hamstring is feeling tight, keep a bend in that front knee. And fold forward over that front leg. Keep feeling as though you're drawing your left hip back and your right hip forward a little bit. Extend your exhales long. Good. From here, step your right foot forward to meet your left and then sit yourself down to the mat, coming down all the way to the floor. And tuck your right knee forward and your left foot comes in front of that right knee, so almost like we're coming into a fish pose. And then we're going to lean forward towards that right knee, hook your left arm on the front of that left shin, and then reach back and around for your fingers. See if you can bind here. Folding forward towards that front foot. If you can't reach around, just come as far down as you can. Keeping both sitting bones grounded. And coming up, switching legs. So your left leg goes under, your right leg goes over. And then bringing your right shoulder around onto the front of that shin and folding down. Turning inwards, slowing down your breath. And coming out. Nice. From here you can make your way all the way down onto your back. Just take a moment on your back. Let your body settle into the floor. Notice any differences in how you feel since the beginning of the class. Option to just lift your legs or take legs up the wall if you have a wall nearby. Or I invite you to try lifting the knees using your core strength all the way up into a shoulder stand, propping up your upper back with your fingertips, but finding all that strength in your core to keep you lifted. Maybe you feel like staying in shoulder stand for a few breaths, or maybe you'd like to drop your toes overhead for a plow, or just bring the knees into the forehead if that feels good. Making sure not to turn your head from left to right. Keep your head in the center. Keep a little bit of space between the back of the neck and the floor. Maybe you even find deaf man's pose, bringing your knees around the outsides of your ears. And when you're ready to come out really slowly. Control it back down with your core strength and return to an L shape, lengthening your legs towards the sky. And then bend the knees into the chest, give yourself a hug, give yourself a little rock from side to side. And then wrap your right knee over your left for eagle legs and shift your hips over to the right side, taking a twist. Bring your arms into a cactus or a T shape. And breathe down into that space where you feel the twist. Closing your eyes now. Allowing yourself to drop into stillness. And from there, unbind the legs, move your hips over to the other side, cross the other way, left knee over right this time. Move your right shoulder out from underneath you and drop your legs over to the right side. And whenever you're ready, come back into the middle and make sure you're in the center of your mat. And then extend your legs out, feet as wide as the mat, palms facing upwards, arms down by your sides. Take one deep breath and sigh the air out. Let everything relax into the floor. I will bring you out of the relaxation, so allow yourself this time to be still, giving yourself just a couple of minutes of total stillness, total peace. can wiggle your fingers and toes. Turn your head gently from side to side. And if it feels good, stretch your whole body out along the floor. And then release the arms back down and gently make your way over to one side. From there you can push yourself up sideways to a seated position. Find any comfortable seat and a tall spine. Invite your breath deeper in again. Come back to your intention. Carry it forward to the rest of your day and week and month and season. And I invite you to bring your hands to heart center and bow your head. Give deep gratitude to yourself for showing up today, for practicing. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you're feeling so reset, so refreshed and inspired for this new season and new time of year. And if you did enjoy it, please leave me a comment, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. I hope you have the most beautiful day and the most beautiful September. I will see you soon.